Hello everybody, Frankie Day here in YouTube. Okay guys, this is video number 19 on my spring building boats, Spanish Galleon Isabella. Okay guys, the running rigging is finished. All finished. All I have to do on Isabella is apply the sails, and I'll be starting it this evening. Starting out with the spirit sail, work on the 4 main sail, 4 royal sail, and 4 top gallant sail, and just work after it's all done. And I've got all the rigging blocks on there for all the sail lines are ready to be rigged. Blocks are hanging aloft on the yards, ready to accept the rigging on the sails. And so after I get the sails on it, I'm going to go ahead and finish up all the rope coils on it. I started to go ahead and do the rope coils as I go along, but ain't that many on there, so I decided, what the heck, you know, I just go ahead and start making rope coils and get the sails all done. And as a method here, guys, on my sails right here, there's a method I should have known a long time ago. I forgot all about it. The sails that for the Isabella right here, like all sails that come out of these kits nowadays, they're limber. They don't look right, just hanging on the yards. They don't have the depth of catching the wind, the billowing of the sail. So one of my commenters on my last video suggests I get a bowl of sugar and some cornstarch or something like that. Now I've used starch before. Starch is good, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these sails, I'm going to completely soak them in that starch water and take it out and give a nice little dab. And I got a PVC pipe, about a 4-inch PVC pipe. I'm going to lay the sails over the PVC pipe when it dries. When they dry, they're going to be stiff, and so they'll be in a billow shape. It'd be a lot more easier to attach the running rigging on there, and that way you won't have those slack lines on the running rigging for the sail lines. So that's a good idea. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'll probably make a mixture that tonight and soak these sails. I think that's a good idea. I'm going to get me a bowl. I got some cornstarch, sugar, and I'll get me some nice warm water. And I'm going to make a solution of that and soak the sails there and just hang them on with a PVC pipe. And when they're all dry, just go ahead and turn 2 10-inch shifts work, get the sails in Isabella, and she's finished. And so tonight I'm going to go ahead and start on the Norski Love. I'm going to go ahead and cut out that main deck, and I'll go ahead and position it on the hull construction of it, which I got started on it. And I've got that. I'm going to give it a couple coats of shellac, and just like I did in Isabella. The printing lines on the Norski Love kit is a lot more bolder. And then the lines are on the Isabella, because Isabella's over 50 years old. I had it all these years, guys, since '62. It's a long time. And so on the Norski Love, this one was a press-stained kit. So this is going to be the. I should have a video tomorrow on the Dave Mather's Norski Love dedication build. And so tonight I'm going to take her to the deck and make a video of that tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll start adding the sails to Isabella. I was hoping I had Isabella done yesterday, but we had a death in the family on my wife's side. She lost her nephew, and he died of a stroke, and he went to the VA, had a full military funeral, and it was very good and very, very sad and very tragic. And to see loved ones die, and everybody die. Like I say, guys, you know, we're all born to die, you know. The minute your mother brings you in this world, the day you start dying. It's a heck of a way to say it, fellows, but that's reality. And one of these years off, I'm going to go too. We're all going to go. So that's a distant dream. That's a distant thought for me right now, so I want to stay young as I can, so I can build as much as I can before I do good. But that does happen to me. But I got a lot here to do, and I got a lot here to build for you guys, so I'm enjoying it, and they're made for the living, and I'm alive, and so that'd be that. Okay, guys, we're going to take this camera over, and we're going to swing around and take a look at Isabella and show you the completion of the running rigging of Isabella. Next is going to be the application of the sails and the rig same, and she's done. Then it's going to be full steam ahead on Dave Mather's dedication build for the Norski Love, which I'll be starting on that this evening. Okay, guys, we'll go ahead and swing and take a look at Isabella, and we'll get back to yours truly here. Okay, guys, there she is, guys, with all her rigging on there. I've got the Spencer mast all rigged up. Let me get a little closer here, guys. It's hard to show this stuff. Okay, that's close enough right there. Okay, guys, I'm gonna back off just a tad more. There we go. On the Spencer starting aft on the starboard side, I got the Spencer mast all rigged up. I got the halyard, the downhaul halyard for the Spencer mast, and goes down, ties off to the belaying bench, belaying pin, or fife rail, however you call it. Now you can see right here in this boat, right here I'm pointing down, I got all the perils on there, using those beads that I got from the Hobby Lobby. So I got these all boxed up, ready to go, guys. You can see the perils on there. That was all rigged. Same thing on the Spencer mast, the mizzen Spencer mast. And we'll back off so you can see the rigging a little more, guys. A little bit too close here. You can see all the rigging got on this thing, guys. That's all the running rigging that there is on Isabella. She shows off her rigging in the Old English art of rigging, which it was back in the 16th century. I mean the 15th century, 16th century, and she's looking very nice. Aft, I got the I've got the Chansons. They got the aft spanker back here. It's fixed. It's actually it's non-working parts. Yeah, it looks like a bowsprit. That's where the Spencer, the mizzen Spencer mast sail will be tied up to that and goes to the fife rail forward. So I want to get all these sails and everything on, all these sail lines on here, because see right now, guys, I got sail lines to rig on this thing. By adding all these rope coils right here, if I start adding rope coils, all these rope coils over here, where am I at? Here we go. Where am I trying to discuss this at? Yep. You got these fife rails over in here. And if I start adding rope coils, they'll be in the way of my sail lines when I belay them off on the belaying bench. So that's why I didn't put the rope coils on there. And so once I get the sail lines all hooked up there to the belaying bench, to the appropriate benches as per plans, and then I go ahead and add the rope coils. So the rope coils will be added last. And it's color quite nice, guys. I love this little ship. This thing has really come to life for an old Spanish galleon I've had all these years, and she was all boxed up, just sitting there, just rotting away. And I'm glad that was a good call for me to get this thing done. Because, guys, I'd be one unhappy camper if one day I decided to have the urn to build this here kit and find out, to my surprise and also to my horror, that this thing is disintegrated before my eyes, leaving me with a fitting set and set of plans, and that's about it. So an overall view of the construction of this kit is not, it was not made for the novice guys. The first person who wants to learn how to learn the art of ship modeling by using plank and bulkhead construction or plank frame, got to have a few kits on your belt before you even go here with something like this. This thing is very complicated. These period ships are very complicated to build, guys. With the new kits nowadays, it makes it a lot more simpler because they got laser cut parts, and the treatment of the instructions and the way the kits actually, they're prefab because they're CNC engineered kits. These here are old school kits engineered with hands. No such thing as computers back in the days. Hands. When their hands leave off, yours take over. And so you got to cut out the bulkhead formers on this thing with a keel. You got to cut out everything with a saw, a number 11 blade. Believe you me, guys, cutting out mahogany veneer is very, very hard, very, very tough. It's rough for a cob. You use a number 11 blade trying to cut out parts. Now this wood was all this beautiful, nice mahogany on this here ship was horrible looking. When I first took it out of the kit, it was all twisted and bent, and it was starting to bow on me and everything like that, and I had to use selected strips just to be able to make this thing work. And a lot of them had to be force bent by using like crimping method, and some I just still got in the box. I got a lot more mahogany strips that they give you for your strakes and your hull. That's one thing good about building, is they give you more planking than they give you anything. And I guess a lot of manufacturers that way, especially dealing in that kind of construction, because they knew dang well you're gonna break a few planks here and there, so they better throw in some more. So that's very good of them doing something like that. Okay, getting back to the rigging. So I got all the, as you can see here, guys, all the running rigging is done. Next, I'm gonna have the sails. I'm gonna rig up all the sail lines and the blade off to the laying benches, and they got to be sewed on, so there could be no problem there. It'll be a little tight around the Spencer yards on the two mast aft over here. It'll be a little tight there because you got these cross braces going through here. Your braces for your yards. And I'm glad she's almost done, guys. I've been about 2 months and a week on this thing so far, steady working every day. Except the other day, I went to a funeral, and so that kind of took me away from the modeling bench, and it's awful, you know. Some of you love in the family, and something like that happens, but it's part of life, guys. So that'll be it for there. So that'll be about it on the Isabella. This concludes video number 19 on my Isabella. So number 20 is going to be the final reveal. The final reveal. So I should have the final reveal to this probably would be with the sails. I'll say by Friday. I should have this thing done either Friday or Saturday. I should have this thing. I'll go for Saturday. Saturday, this thing is going to be definitely finished. It's going to take me a couple good days to get the sails on this thing, because I got to sew them on and rig them up. And they won't take long to sew on, guys. I was thinking about cheating a little bit by just going ahead and add a little contact cement behind them a little bit and glue them to the yards. But I don't want to do that, guys. I just want to sew them on there. Now, all this work I put into this thing, I'm not going to get cheesy and pull a fast one on it. This thing here requires the appropriate modeling attention that it deserves. And it was a fun kit when this building this thing. And I wouldn't mind having another one of these though, but I don't know, they're kind of hard to find. Once in a while I get an eBay, see if I can find some old kid I haven't seen in many years. Once in a while I look out for this one. So far I haven't seen any. Probably somebody's probably sitting on right now. Maybe one of these days it'll fall into an estate sale and it'll be available. Okay guys, I'm going to spin the camera back to yours truly, finish up the video here. Alright gentlemen, again this concludes video number 19 on my building boats Spanish Galleon Isabella. I'm going to put Isabella over here on the dry a little bit. I'm going to make me a solution of cornstarch and some water and some sugar, and get the sails all prepared, ready to be rigged tomorrow. And while they're drying on the PVC pipe right there, I'm going to go ahead and get the Norski Love over here and start assembling her. And I'm going to go ahead and get the deck on first. Make sure the decks are on real well. I'm going to make sure that they're well shellacked. And that'll be it. So I have a video of that tomorrow, guys, so don't miss that one. So there'll be another one coming up tomorrow. Oh yeah, so I got on Martin's 410, Measurement 410 group build, buddy build. I got the hollow brow painted on it already, and I started on some of the dark gray that I call Ducker Draw, what it calls for. And I believe it's a green color. I forget what kind of green it is, but it needs to be done on it, and also some weathering techniques on it, and get it done. So I should have that finished by this Friday. I was going to have it done by this Tuesday, at least by Sunday I mean, but I got too far behind. I had to work on my Isabella, and I got too carried away with this Isabella, guys. So I haven't forgotten those builds, but we'll get Martin's Measurement 410 Hornet build concluded. It'll be concluded this week. And the end of this month, no Joe, yeah, it's going to be in this month. It's going to be the Tiffy build. That's going to be a great, the Spiffy Tiffy build. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a very, very delightful and joyous group build, and it'll be a great exercise for our modeling community to pull together. Again, like I said, guys, it could be any kind of scale that you ever comes to mind. 144 scale, 172nd scale, 148, 132, 124, you name it. It's just come aboard. It's happy to have you, and it'll make our community really spark. Okay guys, time to get out of here right now. This is Frankie signing off. God bless you guys out there. Make Mama happy always. And please subscribe. And thank you very much guys for your wonderful comments. I do appreciate this very much. And I gotta start getting back to you guys doing comments. I've been too busy working this Bellas. And this is the longest I've ever worked on a model in a long time without pulling off one on something else. That's the way it should be. And that's the way it should be. So she's almost done. Okay guys, it's Frankie Day signing off. God bless you guys. I'm out of here. And enjoy the wonderful evening, what's left of it, and model on. Bye boys.